So Mollymook, the name I understand comes from Mollymook or Mollyhawk, which is a name sailors many years ago gave to a small albatross, or what looked like a small albatross. Magnificent, isn't it? So Bannister's built a second accommodation outlet here, which is just on my left here now, near that black van, or Bannister's. It is a Bannister's vehicle, and at top there's a rooftop bar and grill. G'day YouTube viewer, welcome to the scenic South Coast, or another term for this road. This road is the Prince's Highway. That's Prince's, not Princess. But another term for the South Coast when you head off the coast is the Humpback Highway, for the biennial migration of the humpback whales, or other whales too, but they head north and south each year. Around March, February, March, April, and then around October, November, again heading the other way. Very scenic part of Australia is the South Coast, very green, lush, lots of hills and windy roads, which is great for motorcycle riding. Never get tired of riding in this place. But today we're heading down to Mollymook. We're just going past Conjola and Lake Conjola, which was devastated in the wildfires a few years ago. Really devastating down here. They're still repairing the roads in sections where even the road was severely damaged, but people lost their lives. It was very tragic. But the scenic South Coast, we're just starting to get the holiday makers coming back now after COVID, which followed the fires, and 12 months of very heavy rain in this area too. But today we're heading for beautiful Mollymook, one of my favourite places on the South Coast, but there are a lot of favourite places I have down here. Very pretty place. I will get a photograph. I brought my camera today, which I very rarely do. I'll get a photograph of the bike on the beach there at Mollymook. I just switched off the cruise control. It's a windy road, but I've been able to have cruise control on most of the way, which is really good. Okay, I thought we were going to go down to 80, but we'll switch it back on to cruise control, put it up near 100. There we go. Alrighty, so Mollymook, which is right next to Milton Ulladulla. Very pretty places, Milton, little harbour there, and everything else. Everywhere on the South Coast is wonderful. You've got the mountains very close to the sea, so if you look in that direction you see mountains. Very close to the sea, not quite there yet, but when we get to Mollymook you'll see the Tasman Sea. I'm just leaving cruise control on, even though it's a windy road, as we head down there. Probably only about 10 k's off Milton now. And so as we get into Milton, we turn left and head over to Mollymook. Chance to stretch the legs on the Suzuki VStrom 1050 XT and give the cruise control a bit of a run as well. Nice fairing, he'll be well protected today. Forecast is for more showers. Forecast for every day this week is showers. Yesterday it was thunderstorms, didn't really get any, but I did go out for a ride on the Z900 RS. Did a quick ride, did a few roll-ons, just to show what she can do, but I forgot to do a walk around, so I'll make sure I do that with this bike today. Said Mollymook's one of my favourite places on the South Coast, but there are a lot of favourite places such as Huskisson, Berry, Kangaroo Valley, so many. Oh, we've got some road work, so let's bring it back down to about 80 kilometres an hour. We'll be going out into a little bit of countryside in a minute. Just waiting to see if we're at the end of the road work or not before I accelerate again. Can't quite tell at the moment. I've had this problem last few days on roads around here where they put the roadwork sign in down to 60 and 40, but then no end of roadwork sign, so you're not actually quite sure when you've come out of it. But I just had a highway patrol car go the other way leading up to the Easter long weekend, and I don't want to give them any excuses to take any demerit points off me or anything like that. as well as tourism and whale watching and things like that on the south coast. Very big dairy farm area, lots of dairy farms, particularly when you get down around Bega, but around Jamboree, around this area as well, Milton, Ulladulla. There are quite a few dairy farms around. Fairly high rainfall, good soil, cows love it. And of course another iconic business on the south coast is Bega Cheese. I actually got to do a tour of the factory of Bega Cheese a few years ago, which was really interesting. It was like walking into a space station or something. Everyone is completely covered in white with even their heads. Just magnificent scenery. Gotta love the south coast. I moved down here a couple of years ago just to be able to get out every day and ride, which I've been able to do this week on a different bike every day, which makes it even more enjoyable, because every bike has its own individual quirks, every bike has its individuality. They've all got their own personalities, and I like that. Like exploring each one, and each one gives me a different feeling, and I really do love that. Not far off to the right, over towards those mountains, is a very nice winery with a very nice restaurant called Cupid's Estate. Might swing by there while we're down here today. Tell you a little bit about it when we get there, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Mollymook as we get close to. But first we're coming to Milton. A couple of great pubs in Milton, hotels with really good food. Maybe we might drop down some gears here. As soon as we get up over this hill, you go from complete countryside, views of the escarpment and things like that. I'm not sure if it's technically the escarpment here, up towards Wollongong it is when you look that way. Well, we come out of complete countryside, and over the top of the hill we basically go straight into the town of Milton. Historic Milton, established 1860. The thing I love about the towns on the south coast is they're very historic. They're still got that charm from many years ago, from decades ago. Still popular for holiday spots, Airbnbs and things like that, but haven't lost their character, and so you get that nice easy lifestyle, easy living. You feel relaxed when you come here. And still they've got some great eateries and plenty of things to do nearby. Not too far down the coast you've got Pebbly Beach, where you have the kangaroos on the beach, and well, a number of beaches on the south coast you can do that as well. So this is downtown Milton. Once you go across the water, you're in Ulladulla then. It's up here on the corner. Probably about 18 months ago, I went to I think it was the Milton Hotel. Really nice lunch. Lots of accommodation nearby. People just stay here and just walk around, relax. Very popular place in summer, and will be this weekend again with Easter. This is quite compared to what we're going to experience this weekend. So today I'm not going to talk too much about the bike, but I will do a walk around and I will show you the accessories I have on so far. This bike is getting geared up or equipped to travel Australia, circumnavigate, go around the whole country, across the Nullarbor, up the coast of West Australia, and up towards the top of Queensland, not in the really rugged areas. Different bike for that. So I'll show you where I'm at and what's coming next. But I thought I'd just give you a little tour of a very pretty place on the south coast of New South Wales. A little further down the coast at Narooma, you can go swimming with seals, which is wonderful. That and swimming with dolphins near the Hole in the Rock in New Zealand, near the Bay of Islands, probably two of my favourite experiences as far as encountering animals or in the ocean. I guess dolphins are mammals, aren't they? I call them animals. So again, you come out of Milton, a little bit of countryside, and then back into a seaside town. Mollymook has always been very popular with Sydney-siders, especially because you're only 2 or 3 hours down the coast for a weekend and things like that. It's very, very easy, and there's plenty of accommodation. And for the size of the township, the coastal seaside village, let's call it, it's got so many eateries, including one of my favourite ones a few years ago, which I'm not sure is still here, so I'm going to drive right past and have a look today. It was a restaurant called Tallwood, and I rated it as one of the best on the south coast. You've got Rickstein and Bannisters here, of course. There's a restaurant in Berry called South on Albany, which is located on Albany Street. Then at Shoalhaven Heads you've got one called Bangalore. There's some really, really nice restaurants. Now, is there anything coming the other way? There's not. Let's go around here. Mollymook Beach, very beautiful beach. When you see it, you realise why so many people come here, even on a day trip, which is what I'm doing today. Very popular for that. To me, motorcycling is relaxation, so I'm just chilled, relaxed. Put all the adventure gear on today, mainly because I was out on the highway, out on the Princes Highway, and it's got lots of protection, this gear, with shoulder pads, elbow pads, everything, knee pads, the whole works. But it is a bit warm. Some great seaside location here too, and a really, really good surfing beach. Alright, so which way will I go first? We might go right first and then we'll go left. So we go left, we go to Tallwood, to Bannisters. Village and a roundabout up here. So the beach is just off to my left here. We will get a glimpse of it in a minute. Get a bit of a view there. The best views of the beach are back the other way, which we will do in a minute. Mollymook Surf Club. The best view of the beach will be up the other side looking back, and we'll have the sun behind us too, so that's where I'll park the bike up and take a nice photo. Up over that hill is probably the famous surf beach of Mollymook. I stayed at accommodation there a few years ago, an apartment looking out over it. I got some wonderful photos which I'll share some of those with you right now. Got the golf club straight ahead. Mollymook Beach from this angle, but from the other end looking back is going to be our money shot today. Our $1 million view. Autumn in Australia at the moment, not summer, but it is quite warm today. We had a cold weekend. The Australian Grand Prix was on Sunday and did fine up just in time after a couple of cold days. And it is gradually getting warmer, but there is showers every day. But over Easter it's forecast to be beautiful, sunshiny weather and a little bit warmer. So today I'll have a look at the temperature in a second. I think it's around 25 degrees according to the dash on the VStrom 1050 XT. Having a look up the coast there. So Mollymook, the name I understand comes from Mollymook or Mollyhawk, which is a name sailors many years ago gave to a small albatross, or what looked like a small albatross. So fitting, it's a seaside town, a seaside village with a seaside name. I can't say I've ever heard the word Mollymook before for any other town. If you have, leave it in a comment below. Always love feedback. Alright, I think this is Tallwood. Yeah, Tallwood Avenue. So Bannister's built a second accommodation outlet here, which is just on my left here now, near that black van, or Bannister's. It is a Bannister's vehicle, and at top there's a rooftop bar and grill, and then it's accommodation. Really nice. I'll show you some pictures of the bar and grill as well. And then my favourite restaurant used to be just up here on the left, Tallwood, which was just under the canopy there. I don't know if that still is Tallwood or whether it's changed names or changed hands. I can't see a sign on there, so maybe it has changed. What a lovely day just to putter around Mollymook. Little grocery store there. Little supermarket, Mollymook Fresh Supermarket. Is that an old Honda across there? Ah, it's a 3-cylinder. Maybe it's a Kawasaki. Anyone knows what that bike is? Let me know. Interested. Won't be able to get close enough to see, but it looks like there's 3 exhausts coming out, so it's obviously a 3-cylinder. I wonder if it's one of the old... don't think it's one of the old 2-stroke 3-cylinders. Yeah, Bannister's rooftop. Bar and grill up there, just magnificent, and there's a pool there as well up on the top. Rightio, we're in Mollymook. We're heading up towards Rickstein at Bannister's. Well, Bannister's is the accommodation and the Rickstein at Bannister's is the restaurant. Some lovely grounds to walk around, fantastic accommodation. There's a cabana there that I just love near the pool. I'm going to put some photos up of that, both what the rooms look like inside the cabana and a couple of shots of Bannister's for you as well. And it looks out over the water, so it's just down to my left here now. In fact, directly ahead is part of the accommodation. And then the Ricksteiner Venice's restaurant is just down there, where you can just see an umbrella down there. Want 5-star, 4 or 5-star? That's the place to go. Looking out at the Pacific Ocean and over towards New Zealand. Alright, we should get a nice view of the beach coming down here in a second. And we're going to pull up near the beach as well. See if we can get a elevated view of the beach there. Magnificent, isn't it? Alright, let's have a look at the view with the bike in the foreground. So here we are at Mollymook Beach, on the beautiful south coast of New South Wales, Australia. I'm going to get a phone or a camera out in a minute and take a photo to give us a thumbnail about a beautiful bike there, the VStrom 1050 XT. I love this bike. The bike I bought to ride around Australia. And some of the accessories I've had fitted so far are the panniers here. In fact, I got a special deal where Suzuki provided the panniers for me, which was really good. Then the accessories I had fitted on were the fog lights, which are down there at the front, as you can see, down low on the crash bars, and the radiator grille. The other accessory I bought, which I haven't fitted yet, is a tank bag. There's a large one and a small one, but I thought the large would be way too big, so I'm going to have the small. The large one comes down and bends around, the small one just sits up there, and really it's for things like wallet, keys, phone, that sort of thing, and so that should work really well. Alrighty, I'm going to mount the other camera in a second as well, and we're going to take a ride out to Cupid's winery, Cupid's estate. How beautiful is that? Alright, one last look. Let's head over towards Cupid's estate, run by the Cupid family. Just magnificent. Please like and subscribe, and I'll do some more videos like this, just showing you some of the scenery, panorama and scenic locations not far from where I live. It's all close by. But you can see why I moved down here when I decided to get back into motorcycling, work less, get back into motorcycling, ride more, enjoy life. If I drop this bike while trying to get on, the little bike that it is, you're going to get full vision of it. Quite hard to get on this bike with the panniers. It's quite a heavy bike. Alrighty. Okay, I put it in here before. It wouldn't roll away. And that lady's vehicle behind me, I don't want that to happen.